Hi guys, it's Stu here from Samsung Now. Samsung Now is where we look at all things Samsung, all things tech and all things gaming and everything in between. This is just a very quick video on how to set up an Atmos system. First of all, you need an AVR player that allows you to use Atmos. Some of them, the lower range ones like the one I have, which is the Denon AVR X2300W, uses the back surround as the Atmos speakers, which you'll see in the video that will come up over as I talk. And basically the lower range ones will swap those out. So when you set up your AVR, it'll ask if you're using those for Atmos, and it will then change that to an Atmos channel. It's very quick and easy to do. The key things really to remember when setting up an Atmos system is that the Atmos speakers have to be up high. If you're doing it on a budget like I am, you can see that I have the speakers on top of my stereo speakers. These speakers are nothing to do with my 5.1 system, but the Atmos speakers, which are the Onkyo speakers, which are available for about £150, are kind of ideal in that position because they do have to be around about 4 feet off the ground, and then firing into the room at they come as they fire up at an angle themselves. Ideally, you want to make sure your roof is flat. If you sort of have lots of beams or your roof is slanted, it will affect how that is firing back down to you. So try and position them so they're 4 feet off the ground, forward in, and then firing up onto a flat surface on your ceiling, on your roof. When you set it up, and it depends on how many Atmos speakers you can have, but I'm talking about setting up a very basic budget system with just 2 Atmos speakers. It's very simple, as I said. Your AVR will take you through it, and it varies from AVR to AVR, but basically they tend to take the rear port, the rear surrounds, the very rear surround behind you, and then move those as Atmos. So all you have is sort of rear left and right, front left and right, a center, and then 2 Atmos speakers that fire up. That's how I have it. Setup is very simple, but I have one thing that I found that is very common with a lot of the setup. The Denon uses Odyssey to set up. It takes forever. It's about 20 minutes. But some of them are an awful lot quicker, like the Yamaha is an awful lot quicker in setting it up. You are probably, and this is down to my taste, but I've read it elsewhere, is that turn up the volume on your Atmos speakers a bit. I've found that with the automatic setup with this microphone and everything, and it's going through all the white noise, and I've listened and watched to some sort of Atmos movies, it's not doing enough. It's not pushing enough. I'm not getting enough of that overhead experience. So I would recommend just sort of adjusting that manually, just sort of turning it up a little bit. But overall, if you're in the market for a new AVR player, first of all, there's some really good cheap options going around. Last year's models are still available and still worth the money, and still only, still a few £100. The Q Acoustics, which are the speakers that I use for my 5.1, great speakers. And then just simply go for some Onkyo, I think that's how you pronounce it, Atmos speakers. They're £150 a pair. And just make sure they're 4 feet off the ground, projecting onto a flat surface on your ceiling. and then when you've finished setting them up, just turn them up a little bit, and whilst you're watching a movie, an Atmos movie, and you'll get the idea of where it should be. You know, obviously you don't want it too much in your face and above you, but you want it enough that when something flies over or across the room, you're getting a sense of space above you rather than something going around you. So, and I found that to be true for a lot of the systems, certainly the lower end systems where you're just using 2 speakers as the Atmos. So I hope that helps. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll be doing more sort of how-tos, and have a great day, and look out for some more videos. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.